It is a hump day, Pound Town. Woo! When it's a hump day, you go to Pound Town because it is Wednesday, October 22nd. We are, a week and a half away from Halloween. Spooky season is here.
Yeah.
If you haven't got dressed in a costume and went to a Halloween party, are you living? Are you alive?
That's what the spooky season's all about.
I'm just saying. This past weekend, Justine and I went to a Halloween party, and it was amazing.
Hell yeah.
There's nothing better than a holiday where it's like, all right, ladies, dress like a complete whore.
Dress the sluttiest you
the
possibly
sluttiest
can.
you possibly can.
It's a fantastic
And
holiday.
People just say, oh, girl, you look great. Like if you did that and went out on a Tuesday, people would be like, damn, who's this hooker? Yeah. On Halloween, you just have a fire outfit, costume.
Everything goes on Halloween. It's great. It really is.
Happy Halloween, Pound Town. But it is a nice hump day, midweek. Pat, how the fuck are you?
I am good. Had a little NBA opening night action last night.
We're not doing that. We're really not doing that.
I am chilling. Cavs play tonight. You can at least acknowledge that, excited for Cleveland, right? The Cavs play tonight, looking to avenge last year's early postseason loss.
I can honestly tell you, if you told me the Cavs folded or the NBA folded, I'd be like, okay, so what are we talking about on the show today? Like, not newsworthy to me. But
you asked how my week was, so that has something to do with my week.
Fuck your week. I don't give a shit about your week if it involves basketball.
But no, aside from that, it's been good, chilling. Nothing much really going on. We have the problem is there's no playoff baseball till Friday now, so I'm stuck in like this weird, like I have to watch basketball or I don't know what I'm going to do with myself mode for at least till Thursday. Thursday, at least we have NFL, and then Friday is the first game of the World Series.
We had whatever the fuck it's called, FIU
versus Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw State.
I can't get myself to watch it. If it's not Maction, it's hard to.
No, dude, it's background noise. Like it was on last night. I'm working on some Chat GPT things for my diet, my workout. Some work things. And it just like every now and then you'd hear something, you'd look up and be like, oh shit, crazy catch.
Yeah.
Like it's just background noise. It's like having on Sports Center.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
No one watches Sports Center, but like every now and then you'll like look up and be like, oh, that was a crazy dunk. I hate the NBA, but like just if there are plays on, I'll watch it.
Some cool highlights. That's true. I guess I gotta start locking into that aspect of the FIU Kennesaw State type of games.
I mean, it's great. Maction and chill.
Yeah.
You with a little hottie, things start heating up. You start getting after it, and you look up. Oh, it's a safety. Like, what's better than that?
That's facts.
But let's get it going. We got to talk NFL football. I don't have a question yet. Just like the video. What are there? 60 people in here. I got a tweet. If you're on Twitter, hit retweet. That's what I'm going to do when we play the intro video. Hit retweet and like the video. That's all. Let's get it going. Lukey, let them know what time it is, Bubba. It is. They need to level up.
I think we have some freaks in Menace Army.
I'm okay with that. Go watch the fucking film. But I appreciate you for riding with us, Menace Army. Menace out.
Menace Army! Let's get to the show!
Let's get to the show.
Let's get to it. Crazy little nugget here in the current landscape of the NFL. The playoff picture in the NFC is wild. In seeds 2 through 7, so every team that doesn't have a bye currently in the NFL, or in the NFC playoff picture rather, has 5 wins.
Yeah.
The Green Bay Packers hold the number 1 seed with only 4 wins in just a bizarre, weird scenario because of that tie they had with Dallas early in the season. They actually have the best win percentage of 4-1, technically win percentage, as opposed to 5-2, which is what all the other teams in the current NFC playoff picture have. Just a weird little note right there.
Yeah, I guess win percentage does matter, but like it's weird. Hey, you all have won one more game than us, but we're gonna get a bye.
But we're gonna get the bye.
It's kind of wild.
I guess give me your power rankings of the NFC, like playoff contenders right now. I know Green Bay has the first round bye, but are they your number 1 team to be feared in the NFC right now?
It's hard. And you get biased with recency, but I have Detroit as the 1 seed in the NFC. I just think, and I know they were last year, right? They had the best record in the NFC last year, but they look incredible. Like I think they're the best team in the NFC, and we know how that goes. That doesn't mean they can't lose a game. We saw it last year. Fucking 1 game exit out of the playoffs.
Washington steamrolled them, really. And that offense just popped off. So.
And I mean, it's I would have had Tampa Bay higher had they not struggled against Detroit like they did.
Yeah.
It's hard to count Philly out because, I mean, they're obviously reigning Super Bowl champs. Like,
would you put them at number 2 right now in the NFC?
yeah, probably.
Okay. See, it's funny. To me, I think I'm probably going Detroit 1, and I'm going to go Tampa Bay 2, and it's a little biased, but I think that they haven't been at full strength this year at any point, yet they're 5-2 with some impressive wins.
But are they going to be like, I mean, now Mike Evans
Mike
is out.
Evans is done for what sounds like the whole year. It hasn't
Yep.
been confirmed, but at least the majority of the season. They should
Yeah.
get Chris Godwin back here soon. They should get Bucky Irving back here soon.
That's
So I think
closer
with
to full
those
strength.
those two weapons. And let's be real. I mean, Mike Evans, obviously one of the best receivers of the last decade now, 11 straight years with over 1,000 yards, but he's kind of
an old
on
guy.
his way out.
Yeah, he's an old guy.
But you still expect Chris Godwin and Emeka Ibuka over there to really carry the load moving forward. And once they get Bucky Irving back, I think that offense will get back to where they were early in the season. So I don't look at that Detroit loss as a bad loss for them. I think when they're fully healthy, to me, they're the second best team in the NFC. So I think that defense is really good. Now I know Jahmyr Gibbs kind of gashed them on Monday night, but really holding Detroit to 24 points.
Not kinda.
Yeah, he gashed him, but really,
But he's one of the best players in the NFL. Like, come on, he's
Exactly.
going to get his.
Exactly. And it's like Detroit has so many weapons that one of them is bound to go off in each game. And again, you hold Detroit to 24 points. It's almost a win in a sense because they are expecting to score 30 plus night in and night out.
Yeah.
But you look at the NFC playoff picture, Zach, all these 7 teams with 5 wins, or 6 of the 7 with 5 wins, and Green Bay leading at 4-1. To me, I'm looking on the outside looking in of the NFC right now. And I don't know if I see any team kind of jumping into the playoffs that's out of it currently. The only one that I can maybe buy into is Washington, if they figure out, what's going on with their offense and Jaden Daniels can get going, if he's healthy, which he might not even play this weekend, or Dallas and Dak Prescott. But aside from those 2 teams, I'm looking at this NFC playoff picture and I'm like, yeah, these are the 7 teams that are going to make the playoffs.
I mean, it sure looks like it. I mean, Commanders are 3-4. The Redskins are 3-4, and I know Jaden Daniels needs to get back healthy, and they could kind of go on a run.
And Terry's been out too.
Terry's been out. Jaden Daniels is out. And I know that. I mean, you're talking about 2 massive pieces of that football team.
Those are your 2 biggest weapons on offense.
Absolutely, but they got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the fourth worst record in the NFC. The only teams with worst records are the Cardinals, Giants, and Saints.
No surprise there.
I mean, there's still time, right? They're 7 games in. They got 10 to go. They still certainly can go on a run and make something happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their schedule, if you pull it up, and they got, oh shit.
I was gonna
Next
say,
3 games at Arrowhead and the Chiefs. That's a hell of a crossover into the AFC.
Probably a loss.
Seahawks at home, Lions at home. I mean, that's 3 playoff teams probably, right?
Yeah. I mean, the only team that's not a playoff team currently on that
It's the
stretch is
Chiefs.
the Chiefs. Yeah. But
And
damn.
at Arrowhead, I mean, and that we know the Chiefs are good.
Yeah. And the Chiefs are really heating up at like the right time. So that's, to me, that's a loss.
Dude,
And the way
I just
Seattle is playing, like,
I don't see them making the playoffs. They got the Dolphins in Miami the following week, which should be a win.
yeah.
Then a bye week, but then their home stretch is brutal. Broncos at Minnesota,
Probably a win there.
at New York,
A win there.
Eagles at home, Cowboys at home,
Maybe sneak one against Dallas.
and then at Philly.
Yeah. I mean, that's a 7-win football team right there.
I mean, I think 2 of their last 3 games are the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a brutal way to close out the season, which again, honestly, depending on where Philly's at, that last game being against Philly, if they're already locked up a playoff spot and are resting people, that could be a big game for Washington because that could put them right around the 8-9 win mark, depending on if they sneak a couple games that they probably shouldn't win before that. So, yeah, Washington, I don't know. I guess Dallas is the only other team to me, based on how Dak's playing, if their defense can just, I mean, it's the Bengals of last year, right?
Yeah.
If their defense can maybe make a stop or 2 each game and hope that Dak balls out like he has been.
Dallas is the opposite of Cleveland.
Mhm.
It's like you're asking your defense, like, just do something.
Yeah.
Just a little something to help us maybe win. That's what we ask of our offense in Cleveland. That's what Dallas is looking at their defense like. One stop? Can we do 1?
Can we do 1
2,
stop?
maybe? It's just wild, the difference in leagues, right? Like all those teams that we discussed. I mean, outside of maybe odd year Dak and the Redskins, like you said, those are all teams that we thought were going to be playoff teams.
Yeah.
You look at the AFC, the 4 division leaders right now, none of them were predicted. The Colts,
You would have said Texans.
the Patriots,
Would have said Bills.
the Broncos,
Would have said Chiefs.
and then the Steelers.
Would have said Ravens or even Bengals.
Yeah,
probably.
Ravens or Bengals. And not that the Steelers, I thought the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers would be a playoff team, but they're winning the division right now.
Yeah, I mean, out of the 4 division winners, the Steelers are probably the least surprising just because of the moves they made in the offseason. This was
But still, you wouldn't have picked them. We didn't.
Oh, no, we didn't. I honestly wasn't sure if it was going to be a complete bust. Like we saw, the hype was around the Jets the past couple of years with Rodgers, and look how that worked out.
No doubt.
Obviously, the Steelers are a way better franchise than the Jets and had more building blocks, especially on the defensive side of the football.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the AFC just completely backwards from the NFC right now.
In my favorite reminder, I should do it every week as long as it stays true. The Browns have a better record than the Ravens.
Yeah,
it's a great day.
Insane.
I can always be happy when we're better than the Ravens.
Yeah. Honestly, if the Ravens finish the division in last place, that would make my year, regardless of what the Browns do.
Well, the Browns are going to, I mean, yes.
But also that might not be good for us because then they're going to have a better draft pick. But that's besides the point.
Right.
I would like to see Baltimore suffer for as long as possible.
Let's be optimistic here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about good things.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny because you look at the AFC picture, and I just talked about the NFC. I think for me, at least, it was the Cowboys and the Commanders that are the 2 teams that can maybe jump into the playoff picture. You look at the AFC, and I think the Chiefs, Bengals, and Texans are, and even Baltimore, if Lamar comes back and gets healthy and they find their stride again, that's 4 teams that are currently outside of the playoff picture that I think have a legitimate shot to jump back in.
Yeah.
The only issue is I don't know who they're going to pass because all these unexpected teams are looking to be legit. Like the Colts are legit. The Patriots are legit. The Broncos are legit. The only 2 teams, maybe the Jaguars, I think we're starting to see them come back to reality.
Yeah, I think they'll fall out.
Yeah. And then the Chargers, just because of injury, I don't know if they can sustain this. They can't keep Herbert, protected in that pocket with all those injuries to the offensive line. And I feel like the Chargers are another candidate to potentially slip out of that playoff picture.
But what's crazy to me is, and don't get me wrong, I'm rooting for it. I believe it that the Jaguars are going to fall out. But you look at the teams that are 4-3 right now. There's 3 of them: Chargers, Jaguars, Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have the 21st hardest schedule. The Chargers have the 24th toughest schedule. The Jaguars have the 3rd toughest schedule in the NFL. So they played a significantly tougher schedule.
Yeah.
And they have the same record.
So again, buy stock in the Chiefs for sure. And yeah, I'm selling all my stock in Jacksonville. But part of it is absolutely being a fan that wants them to lose as many games as possible. But yeah, it's just not a playoff team, right? We've seen what Trevor Lawrence looks like. This offense just doesn't have an identity yet. They're still trying to figure out how to work Travis Hunter into the scene. And they've been exposed the last couple of weeks. So
yeah, there's no doubt. I love it though.
Yeah.
They keep exposing that shit.
No, I'm here for it. Aside from the Chiefs, Zach, because I feel like that's the obvious answer, who in the AFC, I guess out of the 3 options, the Bengals, the Texans, and the Ravens, which of those 3 teams are you most, I guess, confident in to make a playoff push?
Well, definitely the Chiefs.
No, aside from the Chiefs.
Oh, aside from the Chiefs.
That was the
Bengals,
one.
Texans, and who?
Bengals, Texans, and Ravens.
And I'd say the Ravens when Lamar gets back. I mean, their defense is terrible, but when Lamar is, like, you just look at all the analytics. I mean, they average twice as many points when Lamar's the quarterback versus when he's not.
I think it's more than that, right?
Yeah, I think it is more than that.
I literally
I saw a graphic and it was staggering. Which, I mean, we know Lamar is one of the most electric, fantastic players in the National Football League. If he's out, it's a completely different team. So they're sitting at 1-5. I don't know if they can get him back and make a push to make the playoffs because it's been so bad. But
so Ravens without Lamar Jackson this year are averaging 6.5 points per game, Zach.
Jesus.
6.5. And their other, I guess, 4 games, they put up, 40, 41, 30, and 20. So there you have it.
So like 35 points a game.
Yeah.
So it's way more than double.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Like almost 6 times.
6 times more points per game. So absolutely, if Lamar comes back, and I mean, their defense, I mean, it's crazy. They actually played their best game, their last game against the Rams, only giving up 17 points. But this is going to be a big test for them this weekend against Chicago, because this is a Bears team that scored 21 points in every game this year. We talked about it earlier this week. This is going to be a big matchup and a big test for their defense. And if they can hold, Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson and company at bay, then yeah, I think I'll buy stock in the Ravens to make a run. But right now, I'm staying true. The Bengals are the team to watch out for, man. Papa Joe's working his magic again.
Here you go. This is also, I'll take this opportunity to kind of just humble you a little bit. There's one division leader right now with a negative point differential, and that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wait, what?
-1 point differential.
Okay, -1. That doesn't.
Well, it's the only team. It's
I guess it makes sense, because if you think about it, they have no like
blowout wins.
Yeah, blowout wins. Their first 3 or 4 wins of the season came on a game-winning field goal or game-winning touchdown drive from Baker and company. So kind of checks out, actually.
It does. And I mean, you're just looking at, they're the only playoff team in the NFC with a negative point differential, where in the AFC there's 2, the Chargers and Jaguars. But shout out the Lions, +64 point differential, second to only Daniel Jones and the Colts at +92.
The Colts are a wagon, and the more I'm watching them, the more I'm putting aside the Daniel Jones New York experience and just appreciating that we are literally watching like the best team in the NFL right now. I think it's crazy to say, but like this Colts team is a wagon, and I keep waiting for them to, I guess, get tried a little bit and get put in a decent game. I mean, they were against Denver earlier this year, but aside from that, everything's been easy for them.
That's where you look at like teams that aren't going to make the playoffs as it sits today. The Chiefs are at a +62 point differential, and they're not in the playoff picture. That's more than triple any other team in the entire NFL that's not currently in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Triple. Like +20, I think, second best, the Vikings.
Okay. Oh, God.
They're +60. Oh, I'm sorry. The Texans are +39.
Okay.
But still, 23 points more.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say that the Chiefs are starting to, figure it out. And
I mean, when the Chargers are -12, the Jaguars are -9, the Chiefs are +62. I know they had 3 losses, but they're the best 3-loss team in the AFC for sure.
Yeah, and that's where you trust that, the law of averages are going to work in their favor.
Yes.
But Zach, I do want to get a commercial break.
Sounds
and,
good.
Keep having some NFL discussions, talk about maybe some awards, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year topics I got coming up for you and the chat.
Sounds great. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army. Who likes money? I love money. That cashish in the bank. And I got a great app that I use, and it's phenomenal. I use it, and you should too. It's called Upside. It gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, dining. There are over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app, ensuring that cash back is always just around the corner. And yes, it's real cash back. It's not points. It's not rewards. It's not credits. It is actual money you can transfer straight to your bank account. You can claim an offer right now when you're buying on Upside. They then pay as usual. All you have to do is claim and pay as usual with a credit or debit card. Follow the steps in the app, and you get paid. You earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product. That includes loyalty programs, credit card rewards, you name it. Upside is giving back $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code MENACE to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas using promo code MENACE. Go check it out and start saving money. Menace Army, are you sick of all the subscriptions that you pay for, whether it's Netflix, Amazon Prime, Peacock? Everyone hates the cock, right? Never mind YouTube TV that came out and it was cheap and affordable. Now they've jacked the price up. Not only that, you can't get all the games. I got the perfect solution for you. It's a box. It's called getabox.com. This is absolutely legit. People always ask, is this for real? Like, is this thing legit? Look in the comments of this YouTube episode. People that have bought them rave about them. And it's real. I'm going to show you what they look like. You plug this box in and you got everything. Look here's the video. There's the apps. Heat Live. Boom. Go to it. What do you want to watch? Any game out there. There's every channel. ABC from every city. You could go look at the categories on the left. You can go to sports. That's all the national channels. Anything you could want. Just as I scroll down here, you want to go to all the baseball games on? Go to MLB. Boom, there they are. You want to go to the NBA, NHL, pay-per-view events, ESPN Plus, you name it. It's all there. Every show, every game, every movie ever made. I didn't even show you any movie that's ever come out. This is not a scam. It's legit. It's for real. And it is a game changer. Cancel all those stupid ass subscriptions and go to getabox.com and use promo code Menace. You get $25 off. And you only have to buy it once. You can cut the cord on all those subscriptions and just watch everything you want on the box for free after you buy it. Go to getabox.com right now. Promo code Menace. Get $25 off and cut those subscriptions out. Cut them out.
Cut them out.
$25 off. And then you never pay for Netflix. Don't have to rent or buy movies. You got it all. Everything. Getabox.com.
Absolutely. Zach, we talked about the, AP Offensive Player of the Year a little bit yesterday with JSN having the season that he's having. And I feel like a season that's kind of being slept on for some reason. I don't know why it is. At least it was to me. But the year Christian McCaffrey is having so far, he currently has the third best odds to win AP NFL Offensive Player of the Year at plus 650. And I'm looking at his numbers, and I'm like, holy shit, he's quietly having just a monster year. This is a 49ers team that has been riddled with injuries to primarily the skill position players. George Kittle was out for a bit. Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk has been sidelined all season so far. And McCaffrey is quietly putting up an insane start to the season. He's the first player since Marshall Faulk in 2000 to record 450 rushing yards and 450 receiving yards in the first 7 games of a season. That was the year that Marshall Faulk won MVP. Now, I know the MVP award has switched to basically just the quarterback award. So
yes,
I ask this, is what Christian McCaffrey's doing enough to warrant an Offensive Player of the Year vote for you over, say, JSN or Jonathan Taylor so far?
I mean, it's hard to say that if he keeps up this pace, how do you not give it to him? I mean, he's carrying the 49ers, absolutely carry him on his back. Like, he's been ridiculous.
Yeah. And I guess the more I look at it, the more it seems to me that as much as Jonathan Taylor is having a great year, I mean, Jonathan Taylor leads the NFL with 697 rushing yards. And what does he have? 10 touchdowns so far. Just unbelievable. Now that I'm saying it, I don't know if I actually believe it, but like, he has weapons around him. Daniel Jones has been hooping, which is crazy to say that, like, all right, should we disparage what Jonathan Taylor's doing because of how well Daniel Jones has been playing? But you look at JSN and Christian McCaffrey specifically, and they're their entire team's offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, JSN, we talked about it yesterday, he's accounted for 46% of Seattle's passing yards. Christian McCaffrey, I mean, you're looking at a guy who's going to finish the year on pace with over 1,000 rushing yards and over 1,000 receiving yards, just doing it all with all these players sidelined for San Francisco.
For me, McCaffrey's value is more as a receiver than a runner.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's the offensive line, whatever the issues are, I mean, he's 45th in the NFL at 3.5 yards per carry.
Yeah.
He only has 3 rushing touchdowns. Like, he hasn't been killing it on the ground. It's mostly been as a receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his 465 rushing yards put him outside the top 10 in the NFL. He's 12th behind our guy Quinshawn. And
he leads the league in carries.
Yeah. And then you look at receiving yard wise, he's top 10. He's 8th in the NFL in receiving at 516 yards.
Right.
He's got, 53 catches. That puts him, third in the NFL behind only Jamar Chase and Puka Nacua.
He touches the ball more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying. He's carrying the whole team. He's their whole offense. I mean, look at it. He has 1 more carry than Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor has 700 yards.
Yeah.
And 10 touchdowns. He's got 465 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christian McCaffrey, the receiver, is what's so unique and so dynamic.
But if he finishes the year, I mean, he's on pace despite, I don't know how much value you put into him being an 1,000-yard rusher if he doesn't improve that yards per carry, because then it's just solely on volume. But for him to be an 1,000-yard rusher and 1,000-yard receiver in the same year, I think would be pretty impressive and would definitely warrant some AP, Offensive Player of the Year votes.
Oh yeah, I mean, he'll get votes if he's 1,000-yard receiver and 1,000-yard rusher. He'll get votes.
Yeah,
you know how it is. They don't look at number of carries or catches. They just look at those gaudy, like the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Who? If you had to vote right now, Zach, your mid-season Offensive Player of the Year award, who are you giving it to?
Probably Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm a little biased. I'm going to give it to JSN, but Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, those are probably the two.
Yeah. And speaking of, I guess, impressive, gaudy numbers, I do want to talk Defensive Player of the Year because that award solely is based on stats.
Oh, yeah.
But, definitely warranted to a degree. The leader right now for odds, Micah Parsons is the heavy favorite, almost even odds, plus 160, with Aiden Hutchinson, Nick Bonito, and Myles Garrett rounding out the top four. Is Micah Parsons warranted? Or to me, Zach, after watching...
Wait, give me the top four again.
It's Micah Parsons is the favorite, then Aiden Hutchinson, Nick Bonito, and Myles Garrett round out the top four.
Yeah.
Who is Zach Smith giving the award to as it stands today?
Probably Micah.
Okay.
Micah or Aiden Hutchinson. I think both have been outstanding. Micah leads the NFL in defensive grade at 93.4, has, he's got 6 sacks, 37 total pressures, but it's hard for me not to look at Aiden Hutchinson. He has more sacks, more pressures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has damn near the same defensive grade. He's been killing it. And especially coming back from injury, like Aiden Hutchinson is a dude.
Aiden Hutchinson has been balling out. That was the one that I wanted to talk to you about because I think there's value right now. You look at the number of pressures. He has 48 pressures through 7 weeks. The next closest is Jared Verse. That's 10 pressures away from Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And you look at Micah Parsons is third in the NFL with 37 pressures. An interesting, I guess, person exempt from this list. So this is I grabbed the list of players with 30 plus pressures heading into week 8. And there is there's 12 players in the NFL with 30 or more pressures. Myles Garrett is not one of them.
Yeah. But his pressure to sack percentage is crazy because he has the same number of sacks as Micah and he has 10 less pressures. So he's getting home more, I guess.
Getting home more. I know there was some people on social media that were kind of calling out Myles Garrett for being quote unquote missing the last couple weeks before this Miami game when he got back in the sack column. But you look at Myles Garrett and I know, the sacks are what everyone wants to see and the QB pressures has now become such a big stat. And while he may not rank, in the top 12 in QB pressures, you look at what he does do is his tackle for loss. He's second in the NFL in tackles for loss this year, which I feel like gets swept under the rug a little bit.
Yeah. And it's also, I don't want to say game script because no one is excited to throw the football with Micah Parsons on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
But I just feel like because of the Browns offense and their style of offense, we're talking about less snaps, shorter. I mean, he has less pass rush snaps than Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
So naturally he's going to have a slightly less production. Now, I mean, it's not an astronomical difference, but he has pretty much the same pass rush win rate as Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons at 27.7. He's at 27.0.
Okay.
So like it's I think he's having a good year. And granted, I think there is some justification to the fact that the last couple games he hasn't had that kind of, that pass rush productivity. And it was maybe more front loaded on the front start to the season. But
think about it too. In the last couple weeks, what is the opposition, in the second half? The way the game script has gone, teams are primarily running the football, right? Like Pittsburgh, that game was out of hand in the second half. So, they weren't relying on drop back passes. And
right. And like the Dolphins game, you get 3 turnovers. It's like, okay, that ended drives that in a game where there's only 1 or 0 turnovers, those drives continue. He has more snaps. Like it's some of it's situational, but I do think not to his fault, but he has kind of not dominated the last few weeks.
Yeah, and I feel like we're starting maybe with this stretch again, starting with Miami, because I thought he had a good game against Miami, finally getting home for a sack, and with another tackle for loss as well on Devon A-Chain. But I think this could be the start of a stretch where, all right, you've got the Patriots, Jets, and then Ravens, Raiders, 49ers, Titans. Like this is a stretch where if you think there's value in Myles Garrett, with I think he's at plus 650 odds, like buy stock in him now because his schedule lightens up here where I think he could put up some monster numbers in the weeks moving forward. So
yeah, I think he can.
I'm buying stock in in Myles Garrett. But yeah, basically it's a wide open race for defensive player of the year between those 4. Because Nick Bonito is the other one that it doesn't really get talked a lot about, but you look at him. I mean, he's got 8 sacks on the year, 3rd in the NFL. Only 7 tackles for loss, but that pass rushing duo, him and Jonathan Cooper, dude. I mean, honestly slept on. What is Jonathan Cooper's?
So Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper have the exact same pass rush win rate, 16.8.
Talk about a guy with value.
Both top 25 DNs. I don't think any other team has 2 DNs in the top 25. Oh, Detroit does.
Jonathan Cooper is plus 10,000 odds to win defensive player.
Well,
of the
he's
year
not
right
going.
now.
He only has 2 sacks. He's not going to win the award.
No, he has 6.
Jonathan Cooper does.
Jonathan Cooper has 6 sacks.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong category.
Yeah. No, 6 sacks on the year. I mean, he's fourth in the NFL, tied with Aiden Hutchinson in sacks right now.
Crazy. So
I mean,
Denver has 2 defensive ends in the top 4 in the NFL.
Yeah, insane.
Wild.
Benito is 8 and Cooper is 6. Like, you talk about that Denver defense, and we've been preaching it for the last few weeks now on the show. Like, that team is legit. If Bo Nix can find consistency, that Denver team is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the AFC.
No doubt. Denver defense is for real.
Fucking insane. But Zach, let's get another commercial break. Come back. We got some quarterback discussions to have in New York and in Cleveland. So I want to talk it out.
2 places with so many great quarterbacks.
So many.
I mean, literally, so many. All right, we'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army. This is a kind of a urgent PSA. I've been talking about it all year. Awaken 180 weight loss changed my life. I lost 30 pounds in 6 weeks. It was glorious. And then my brother signed up. End of August. It hasn't even been 2 months, and he just officially is done with the weight loss program. He lost over 34 pounds in under 2 months, and he's now going off into maintenance. You should see him. He looks incredible. I might bring him on so you can see the transformation. It's been outstanding. It is so doable. That's the best way to call it. It's doable. It takes a little discipline, but the best part is you get a coach, a personal coach. You check in once a week. They send you a scale. Your coach gets all the data. It's forced accountability. They deliver 4 out of your 5 meals, so it's easy to follow, and it works. 5 pounds a week on average, and you only have this month, the month of October, to go do your consultation to learn more about it for free. Usually, I think it's $25. But for the month of October, it's a free consultation. I'm urging you to go do the consultation and hear about Awaken 180 weight loss. It is a game changer, a life changer. I'm a different human being right now because of Awaken 180 weight loss. I don't know how much more emphasis I needed to put on how great this is. Go to awaken180weightloss.com right now. Sign up for that free consultation, and it will change your life. It's a forced accountability. It's the discipline is there. The habits you develop, you start feeling more energy and more alive. The first couple weeks, drop 10 pounds. If you do it right now, you'll be down 40 pounds by Christmas. Think about that. What the holidays will feel like if you're 40 pounds down. Go to awaken180weightloss.com right now. Sign up for a free consultation and change your life. It worked for me. It worked for my brother. It'll work for you too. It's a real one. That's a real one. And it's, what do you got? Shit. 9 days left to get your free consultation. Sign up, dude. It's $25 after that. And if you most people, it's like they drag their feet. Now's not the time. It's a free consultation. It costs you nothing.
Jump right in. There it is.
Both feet.
Both feet. All right. I want to give some love to Jackson Dart over there in New York.
Oh, you could have waited for Chris to get here.
I know, but you know what? I figured I'd get it so that he did, we don't have to deal with him being insufferable about it. But Jackson Dart is hooping. Through his first 4 starts, Jackson Dart is the first quarterback in NFL history with 790 plus passing yards, 165 plus rushing yards, 7 plus touchdown passes, and 3 plus rushing touchdowns.
It's impressive.
Impressive start.
Anytime you're the first to do something in the National Football, they've been playing football for a long time.
They sure have.
When you're the first to do it, I think you're doing something right.
Yeah.
He's been fun to watch, man. New York is a team, with him, Scattaboo. It's just like, it's hard not to like them.
It is. And it's
like, I've never had a feeling on New York. When they had Eli, I wasn't a huge fan because I didn't like Eli, but I didn't hate him. But now it's like, it's hard not to like the Giants.
Yeah. It's funny. I've had, with me and New York sports was always a love-hate relationship growing up in, New Jersey, New York area as a Cleveland sports fan. Baseball, always hated the Yankees. That was easy. For football, I always kind of felt for the Jets because they were always bad with the Browns. So I, kind of felt bad for the Jets always. But the Giants had so much success when I was a kid that I kind of hated them for a bit. But as they've, progressed into what is the Giants now, which is one of the worst teams in the NFL over the past decade, I almost do feel bad for them. So now that they've been humbled a bit, I can get on board with kind of rooting for their success now.
Right. You're like, all right, you're not obnoxious because you guys have sucked.
Yeah.
I don't hate you as much.
Exactly. So honestly, the Dart and Scadaboo hype.
You know who else is like that? The Patriots.
Yeah.
No, you can't get on that one. You're not rooting for Mike Vrabel.
They haven't sucked for as long as the Giants.
No, they haven't, but they got humbled. When
did.
Tom Brady left, they got massively humbled. It's like, all right, now you got Drake May, Mike Vrabel. I don't hate the Patriots anymore.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm being a little harsh.
You are.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, Drake May is fun to watch. I guess maybe, I don't know, after this week, once we beat them this week.
Dude, if they start giving Trey the ball, you're going to be all about the Patriots.
All right, maybe honestly, that might be the biggest thing.
That's what'll get you over the hump.
Yeah.
Give Travion Henderson the football, and Pat will like you.
I have Travion wasting away on my fantasy bench in like 4 leagues because I thought he was going to be the secret weapon, the X factor in this offense.
I did too. A lot of people did.
Yeah. But yeah, so shout out the Giants, man. They're fun to watch. The team that's, again, thought that they had their quarterback situation figured out heading into the season was the New York Jets. But man, has it gone backwards? And it seems like the Justin Fields era in New York is over through 7 weeks. Woody Johnson said the quarterback decision is completely up to Coach Aaron Glenn, who hasn't announced his plans yet, but he's moving toward naming Tyrod Taylor the starter. Sources tell ESPN. Woody Johnson also had this to say. He said, it's hard when you have a quarterback with the rating that we've got. If you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results. If we could just complete a pass, it would look good.
I mean, I'm with him. He's the only starting quarterback in the NFL with under 1,000 yards.
Yeah, but remember, he also missed a couple games.
No, he's played in 6, but yeah, I'm with you. I mean, even Mac Jones has played 5 games and has 1,400 passing yards.
Yeah.
I take that back. Kyler Murray. That's the other one.
Oh,
there's the 2 quarterbacks with under 1,000 yards. Kyler Murray has 962. Fields has 845.
Yeah.
But you say that, if we could just complete the ball more. He has a top 10 adjusted completion percentage in the NFL. So maybe if you caught the ball more, maybe if you threw the ball more. I mean, it sounds good. He has the least passing attempts of any starter in the NFL. And he has a top 10. He's the 10th adjusted completion percentage in the NFL. I'm not trying to make excuses for Justin Fields, but let's be the fuck for real. You don't throw it. He's thrown it 135 times. Justin Herbert's throwing 271. You want to complete it more? Throw it more. If you don't throw it, how can you complete it?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, blame Justin Fields. He hasn't been great.
No.
But you think Tyrod Taylor is going to be better?
That's my
The
thing.
only way it's going to be better is if you throw it more.
We saw Tyrod Taylor come in the second half this past week. He threw the ball more. The Jets asked him to throw the ball more. He threw 2 picks. He had a worse completion percentage than Justin Fields. So it's like, is that really the answer? Why don't you just do that same thing you did in the second half with Tyrod Taylor with Justin Fields? I mean, he was set up for disaster.
And like, if that's what we're going to complain about, let's talk about the bottom 5 quarterbacks when it comes to adjusted completion percentage. And you tell me if we have the same narrative about them. Baker Mayfield.
No.
Of course not. We think Baker's
kind
of
MVP.
Yeah, we're talking. He's been hooping.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. Justin Fields has a better adjusted completion percentage.
Wait, Baker Mayfield's bottom 5 in the NFL?
Absolutely. 71% adjusted.
Okay.
Then Michael Penix Jr.
Not having that discussion.
Not having that discussion. CJ Stroud.
Not having that discussion.
Caleb Williams.
Not having that discussion.
Cam Ward.
Not having that discussion.
It's like Justin Fields, for some reason, just gets shit on. And now we're talking about people within the building, not like some guy on ESPN or NFL Network. The owner of the fucking team is like, any team would not be having success if they can't complete a ball. Okay, go talk to Tampa. Their quarterback is less accurate than yours, and they're winning games.
You know why? Because they throw the ball more. They ask him to do stuff. So like, fuck your adjusted completion percentage, Baker. Just go out there and throw the ball 40 times.
7th most passing attempts in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, it's just asinine. Like, and that's he just gets shit on everywhere he goes. It's always his fault. And I'm not saying he's good or great, but is he the problem?
I don't think so.
And I know this. Tyrod Taylor's not going to be better.
No.
So like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Bench him, Tyrod, because we haven't seen him play NFL football.
It's like, first of all, bench him for what reason? The Jets are 0-7. there's no hope at least again, I know I'm a dying optimist, but like the Browns are sitting there at 2-5 with an top 3 defense in the sport. Like the playoffs aren't dead if they can string together a couple wins. Like the Jets season is over. You're 0-7. You at least, like, Tyrod Taylor is not the quarterback of the future. You signed Justin Fields to a 2-year deal. Don't you want, I mean, again, he's only started in 4 or 5 games now because of injury.
And let's keep in mind also, Pat, there's only 2 current starters in the National Football League that have not thrown an interception.
Justin Fields is one of them.
And Dillon Gabriel. The only 2. So a top 10 adjusted completion percentage, hasn't turned the ball over. What the fuck are you looking? What do you want him to do? And better yet, even if you think he's not very good, you think Tyrod Taylor is going to deliver that? A top 10 adjusted completion percentage and 0 interceptions?
He threw 2
no.
and 1/2 last
That's
week.
what I'm saying. Like, what? Okay, good luck. Maybe you're the reason your team is fucking awful.
And it brings me back to this point that I was, I've been talking with people about recently, especially when it comes to Baker, Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, the retread quarterbacks. Is it more so that when it comes to these retread quarterbacks, is it more so that they just needed more time to adjust and get seasoned to the speed and the play style of the NFL? Or does it always go back to the franchise that drafted them? And the Browns, the Jets, the Giants, 3 franchises that for the last 10 years haven't been able to produce a winning culture. And does that have a negative impact on these young quarterbacks?
It absolutely does. Justin Fields has been on 3 teams and looked good when he played for 1. Pittsburgh, a good franchise. And did he look good in Chicago? No, but they were terrible. Yeah. And I don't want to be a Justin Fields defender. I don't want to make excuses for Justin Fields constantly, but I don't think he's in the bottom third of the league. I think he's probably just above that.
Yeah.
Certainly below the midpoint for NFL quarterbacks. But in a world where I think there's 8 or 9 teams that would rather have Justin Fields than who they got.
I mean, I had this discussion with my buddies. I think it was either this past weekend or the weekend before, but like I did the same exercise. I think, like, if you go through the teams in the NFL, Zach, tell me, would you rather have Justin Fields or their current starting quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. The Dolphins.
Justin Fields.
Yeah. I would say the Titans. That's a tough one.
It's a tough one because I think Cam Ward is going to be a franchise quarterback. So probably not. I think that the Titans' problems, Justin Fields would look awful in Tennessee too.
Okay. The Raiders.
Oh, yeah. Justin Fields.
The Bears.
For me, absolutely.
I know it is kind of hard to say that now with the way Caleb Williams has been playing, but I would say, if you put him in that situation now with Ben Johnson and the weapons that they have, he would be doing better than Caleb Williams. Minnesota.
Yeah, probably Justin Fields.
Right.
I mean, definitely Justin Fields.
Yeah. The Saints.
Justin Fields.
The Panthers.
Justin Fields.
Like, that's at least 7 teams right now. And then you go like, I'm not going to say the Cardinals because Kyler Murray, I think.
We'll go back to it again. And what is your other option?
Yeah.
I mean, Tyrod Taylor has thrown 3 interceptions in his time in New York. He's got what is Justin's completion percentage? Where is he? Either way, there's only 2 quarterbacks that have been less productive per pass in the NFL than Tyrod Taylor. Only 2. Guess who they are, Pat?
Dillon Gabriel.
And
Cam Ward?
Nope. The other quarterback that started in Cleveland.
Flacco.
Flacco and Dillon Gabriel. The Cleveland Browns pass game is the only thing that is less productive than Tyrod Taylor in New York. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, weird stuff. Speaking of New York, there have been rumors circulating around the timeline that, Garrett Wilson is going to be one of the names on the watch list come trade deadline.
Oh, don't tempt me with a good time. What are you talking about, Pat?
There are rumors that the Browns, and now I don't know if there's any smoke or any truth to these rumors.
No. It's called speak it into existence.
That's what I'm saying, man. Garrett Wilson to the Browns.
You're 0-7, need a lot of pieces. Come on, Jets.
What
do the wrong
Browns
thing.
They need
do the wrong
wide
thing.
receiver 1, Zach.
Hey, your counterpart in New York made one of the biggest mistakes ever, not re-signing Saquon Barkley. Let's do it.
Do it again.
Do it again. Come on, Big Apple. Give me. Oh, if Garrett Wilson goes to Cleveland. Whew.
Garrett Wilson, second in the NFL in target share right now, first in the NFL in first read rate. He's been peppered in targets, 54 targets, is 14th in the league. He has 36 catches, 395 receiving yards, and 4 touchdowns through 6 games before. I mean, he didn't play last week due to injury and is questionable again for this upcoming week. 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons with really dog shit quarterback the entire tenure for him, aside from, I guess, Aaron Rodgers last year, but that whole season went to dog shit. I know this seems like a fever dream, but what is Garrett Wilson worth right now, and what are you willing to give up if you're the Browns?
The franchise, everything, not players, not good players. We got to keep those. I don't know what he's worth, but we have 2 first-round draft picks next year. Throw a first and a third.
Do you think? See, for me, that seems a little much.
Nah, if you trade him the Jaguars pick, which looks like it's going to be, at best middle of the first round. I mean, Garrett was a top 12 pick.
Yeah.
And he's lived up to the hype, right? There's no doubt that he is that. So and he's young. It's not like he's an aging. It's not like Amari Cooper.
I was going to say, well, when we made that Amari Cooper trade, we traded a 5th round pick for him, I believe.
Yeah, but he was old.
Yeah.
Garrett is young.
First round seems like a little much.
No, it doesn't.
Well, all right. So hear me out. A lot of the mock drafts for Cleveland for next year, with that Jacksonville pick, have the Browns taking Carnell Tate.
Okay.
You think Garrett Wilson?
So take Carnell Tate with your first round pick that you have remaining. And then you got Garrett Wilson and Carnell Tate with your 2 first round picks. Fucking sign me up.
I'm just saying, if you had to pick one or the other, would you take Garrett Wilson or Carnell Tate? Because I feel like you're not going to take Carnell Tate because that other pick is going to be the Browns' own, which, if all things go the way they're going, is going to be a top 5, 7 pick.
See, for me, it's not that. If you trade away your Jacksonville pick for Garrett Wilson, then you take a lineman with your other first round pick. So for me, it's that what are you getting with that second pick, that second first round pick? Like if you take Carnell Tate, then you get a lineman with your second first round pick. Would you rather have Carnell Tate and that lineman or the higher drafted lineman and Garrett Wilson? It's the combination of the two. Because you're, like you said, you're not going to trade away a first for Garrett and draft Carnell.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, Carnell Tate plus a lesser tackle or the best tackle in the draft and Garrett Wilson. I want that. I want Will Campbell, not Will Campbell, but whoever this year's Will Campbell is, and Garrett Wilson.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. I just don't know. To me, and maybe the hype around Carnell Tate is just going crazy right now, that I feel like a receiver that's whatever, he's going to be 4 years younger than Garrett Wilson. We know how fast things can shift with receivers.
Make no mistake. I'm not going to be sad if we take Carnell Tate and a late first round tackle. I'll be really happy with that. But I just think I'd rather have, whoever's deemed a Hall of Fame tackle in the draft really high in the first, and Garrett Wilson. I think he's got a good 5 to 7 years left as a wide receiver 1.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm curious because I don't think, to me, a first rounder seems a lot. I don't know if the Jets are going to get a first rounder for him. But to me, it's like if you can get away with trading like a second and a fourth or something. I mean, I'm absolutely doing it. If we don't have to trade a first round pick.
Oh, I'm not saying you definitely lowball.
Yeah.
Like start small and get big if you have to. If you can trade a second and a fourth for him, that's a steal.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm necessarily trading a first for him. I just don't know if I can commit to that yet. But if it happens, I'll talk myself into thinking it was a great move.
Oh,
so, yeah. But yeah, just something to monitor because Garrett Wilson's name is being thrown out in trade discussions, and the Browns seem to be one of the teams interested. So, God, wouldn't that be fun? But I do want to get one more commercial break and close it out with some talk. There's some buzz that Shedeur could be making his much-awaited debut pretty soon here.
Pat just goes on Twitter and types in Shedeur's name. He'll find some random Browns fan that paid for a check mark on Twitter, and he'll be like, "Dude, this verified account said."
No,
Pat,
no.
Jesus.
This is coming from
all right.
someone with NFL sources. Now, take it with a grain of salt, but hey, Shedeur's time is coming, and I'm here for it. 12 fans.
Sounds
hold the line.
Sounds good. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army. I don't know about you, but life's stressful. And sometimes you need to take the edge off. I've traditionally been a bourbon guy, have a couple bourbons after a long, stressful day to unwind. But I wanted to cut back on drinking. And did you know people now consume cannabis more than alcohol? Maybe it's because there's no hangover, whatever the reason. Cornbread Hemp just launched these incredible THC seltzers that I highly recommend. They're my go-to when I want to unwind. If I want to have a drink, I'm going with a Cornbread Hemp seltzer because they're not only outstanding, but they're perfect. 5 milligrams of THC per seltzer. They're amazing. And their flavors are unparalleled. Blueberry breeze, peach iced tea, raspberry limeade, and salted watermelon just hit. They just hit. And right now, Menace to Sports listeners can save 30% off your first order and enjoy free shipping on orders over $75. Head to cornbreadhemp.com/menace and use code menace at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/menace. Code menace, Cornbread Hemp. This is the good life. It's that time of year, Menace Army. We got a nice resume in the bank. We got analytics that actually can tell a story, and it's time to capitalize with a little sports betting. And our partners over at MyBookie are the perfect sports book to get you right. Your fantasy league may pay bragging rights, but MyBookie, they pay cash. And let's go get these parlays and make them hit. Right now is the perfect time to get ahead of the curve. With college football well underway, NFL kind of finding out who's good, who's not. Who thought the Colts would be good? We can now start putting our knowledge to work, make our money work for us. And if you're brand new to betting, you haven't been on MyBookie, you get a little extra juice. Sign up with promo code MENACE, drop in $100, and MyBookie's going to give you $50 for free. Go bigger, get more for your money. And at the end of the day, take that free 50 and let's start building this bankroll as we get deeper and deeper into football season. The action's heating up, the odds are moving, and this season's shaping up to be a good one already. Don't miss it. Bet big anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. There's your sports book.
Yeah, MyBookie. We got a Thursday night parlay coming tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
We're going to hit. I feel good about it.
I feel great about it.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, Zach. Rumor around town, around Cleveland, the buzz surrounding Shedeur. This is according to Tony Rizzo on ESPN Cleveland. He said, according to one source of his, Shedeur Sanders will, in all caps, will start the last 4 games of the season no matter what.
Interesting.
He said that another source said that Shedeur could start sooner than that, obviously injury or
that's their plan right now.
Guaranteed. But the plan is that no matter what happens with Dillon Gabriel over the next few weeks, that Shedeur Sanders will start the Browns' final 4 games. I guess, what is the likelihood that you are buying that statement? Do you believe that that is the case in Cleveland right now?
I think we're going to see him eventually. I think, once they're definitely out of the playoff race, which I don't know what point that'll be. I mean, I'd say if they lose to the Patriots bye week, hopefully they can get a win against the Jets.
Yeah.
Then they got, their schedule's just so advantageous.
Yeah, it really does lighten up.
Oh my God, dude. After the bye week, you got the Jets, Ravens should have Lamar back. So that's not a great matchup. At Vegas, the 49ers, then the Titans, then the Bears. And then, I think that Bears game would be great. If he gets the last 4, this is Shedeur's slate. At Chicago, then the Bills at home, the Steelers at home, and at Cincinnati.
Those are 4. And I think if this is true and Shedeur is getting those last 4 games, I think it's a great mix of opportunities for him to ball out and succeed against weaker defenses while also getting him some competition, in like a rivalry game with Pittsburgh and that has a good defense. I think, with what the Bears, with what we've seen from Chicago so far, I think he would be set up for success against the Bears and the Bengals for sure. The Bills are a question mark. Their defense has been kind of suspect.
They've been 4th worst coverage grade in the National Football League.
Yeah, like we've seen teams light them up. So I think if that is the case, first of all, I'm all for it, because if this really is the plan, for once in my life, I can say, wow, the Browns actually know what they're doing and they actually have a plan in place that I can agree with.
Yeah, unless Dillon Gabriel's turns out he wasn't good enough, and then Shedeur starts those 4 and he's not good enough. It's like, yeah, they had a good plan,
Well,
not
yes.
draft plan, but plan to find out they aren't good enough.
Yeah, but that's fine because then at least we have clarity heading into the
Mhm.
draft. Now, again, we'll see what Dillon Gabriel does over the next few weeks to see if he even makes it to that spot. But if these reports are true, which I have a hard reason to believe why it wouldn't be true, right? The whole point, and we've preached it all season, is that you've got to treat this season as figuring out as much as you can to create building blocks for 2026, right?
Mhm.
And one of those, obviously the biggest one, is quarterback. So
Yeah.
you got to give Gabriel and Shedeur each a chance to prove that one of these guys can be the starter. And me and you have both agreed on the fact that we don't think Dillon Gabriel has what it takes. And Shedeur is a big wild card, right? So you
Yes.
got to see what he can do. So if this report is true, I think, man, I have hope now, and I'm just waiting for that moment. 4 games left, man. So we have we're 7 games in. We've got six more games to go with the Dillon Gabriel experience. I'm here for it.
I just want to see if I want to confirm that Dillon Gabriel can't do it, but I still think it's hard to even say that. Like with the offensive line and weapons they have, I don't think anybody can do anything.
So hear me out. What if they trade for Garrett Wilson?
Yeah.
There's one weapon figured out, right? You got your wide receiver 1 in the room. Maybe that alleviates the pressure off of Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman and company, and they can kind of flourish in roles where they're not required to be the wide receiver 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You hope that maybe KT Leviston has shown signs of improvement so far at the tackle position. Maybe you go and trade for an offensive lineman at the deadline, although you probably won't see that. That's kind of going to be a thing that they're going to have to address in the offseason. But offensive line issues aside, if you can get a wide receiver in the room, I think that'll be huge for this passing attack. And then just, again, rely on those running backs, man. Quinshon's been balling out so far. I feel like he's going to continue to get better as the year goes on, too.
Let's make some moves on the offensive line after that.
Yeah.
Please, God.
It seems like we're closer than we seem right now, right? I feel like the offense has been in such a bad place for so long. And this year has been dreadful aside from last week where we scored 31 points. But it seems like we're just a couple pieces away. I think a Garrett Wilson trade, if they can trade for an O-lineman, great, especially a tackle. And then Shedeur comes in those last 4 games and balls out, and we're set for 2026. We've got the foundation set, Zach.
Okay. You really are optimistic.
Oh, I believe it. 12 fans were so close. I want to throw up a super chat from my guy, Lawrence, one of the 12 supporters in here. Lawrence, thanks for the 10. Coach Bozo has an ace in his deck. Let's say Dollar General, after 6 games, doesn't show anything of note, and 12 gets his turn and shines out. Coach can claim he had to sit 12 out so he could learn.
There's no doubt.
I mean, yeah, it definitely it lines
If someone
up for,
balls out, Stefanski can spin it as brilliant.
oh, yeah.
If no one balls out, I guess it's just like, oops.
Yeah. Then I mean, whatever. I still think Stefanski needs to go as play caller and as head coach. I think this win
Agreed.
against Miami was a little bit of fool's gold because that Miami team sucks ass and the weather played a huge role in it. But I agree. I mean, shit. If Dollar General doesn't prove in these next couple weeks that he has what it takes and Shedeur balls out, he will absolutely spin it that way.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what they've been saying all year long, right? We've heard reports that the Browns just haven't felt that Shedeur is ready. So they've been slowly working him up to being to that point so that when he does start, they feel comfortable enough in his ability to ball out when his name gets called finally. So they've always been working up to this point. And if this report is true that they're kind of grooming him to be to be the starter for those last 4 games, then listen, if he balls out, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, would I have loved to see it all year long? Sure, but I'll take what I can get. And if he can prove that he can be the quarterback moving forward into 2026, then give me 4 games. Give me 4 games this year and the whole season next year, and I'll be happy. So can't complain there.
Nope.
Buck, thanks for the 2. Trade a second for Olave, sign and trade deal instead. Yeah, I guess really both those guys, Garrett Wilson and Olave, are going to be on the trade block, right? 2
Yeah.
really bad teams with 2 receivers that have been balling out so far this year. So I don't know. I listen, bring either GW or Olave to Cleveland. I mean, shit, we were vouching for Olave in the preseason to come to Cleveland. So
give us a weapon, dude. That's
Yeah.
all. Like, give us one.
Either of those guys would be a massive upgrade to what we currently have in that
Oh my
room.
God.
So
Massive.
yeah, I am here for it. That is all the super chats we have today. Zach, get us on out of here.
Perfect. It's 10 o'clock right on the dot. We appreciate you, Pound Town. 653 of you in here. Smash that like button, retweet on Twitter. And I guess my question to end the show, do you actually think we're going to see Shedeur start a game? Yes or no? That's all I want to know. Well, I know Pat's opinion. I want your opinion. Will Shedeur Sanders be a starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns at any point this year? Yes or no? We appreciate you, Pound Town. Menace out.